You know, well, I kind of have, this is my own little thing, but I kind of have this feeling like fallen dictatorships are the best possible audiences you can have. You know?
Fallen
When we
dictatorships.
went to Argentina, it
Uh-huh.
was over the top. When we went to Chile, you know, these places where obviously musicians are kind of cultural
Ambassadors?
lubricators. You know, well, I kind of have, this is my own little thing, but I kind of have this feeling like fallen dictatorships are.
Yo, chat, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. That was Golden Reach 8-bit remix from Celeste. When you are collecting, you know, the thingies, the cassettes. It's like a tape on a cassette. And it's 8-bit. And it's a remix, and it's great. Love it.
Into that darkness peering.
Probably my favorite one from the game.
Wondering, fearing, doubting.
How's it going? We're gonna go straight into this. And just check it out. There is some updates. And so this is more of an enemy randomizer. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll finish a playthrough of it. We'll see. I don't remember if Freya is sleeping on top of my closet right now. I can't see her from this angle. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, starting strong right away. Oh, Trapper. Oh, okay. I mean, sure. Wait, you cannot get Trapper inside Trapper Dimension, right? That would be insane. The Ancient Throne, wretched with blood. Yes, yes, indeed. Let's get some stats. If I have time. But that's a blue one. Wonder if, okay. That's a hell of a start. Oh jeez. That's a hell of a voice. There are people that don't know what a cassette is. Exactly. There are people that born after cassettes lost popular. Yeah, that I couldn't make out a phrase that would make a lot of sense. But yeah. What about CDs? Like, I don't feel like CDs were discontinued as much as cassettes. The thing about cassettes is it's just what is this? Should Roberto try to survey this area? Let's do it. They're not a bad format necessarily. Like, they actually don't sound bad at all. It's like decent analog. I have some cassettes myself. It's just that it's so much work. Because, you know, like, every time you listen to a cassette, then you have to do the thingy. And it can be done automatically, you know, by any kind of machine you have to read the cassette, but it still takes time. I think that's the problem with the cassettes. This is wrinkling my brain. let's take the bracelet. Okay, so we got a Mantarok. We got this boy. Ah, yes. Big boy. He's looking up. Oh, he wake up. Look at that. That is a big zombie, I think. And it's going on immediately. Look at that. There you go. It's pretty fast. It's the good thing about Pius. Even though the Gladius sucks ass as a weapon. Okay, so I guess some summoning enemies are still fixed. You don't have to rewind it, you just flip and play the other side. I mean, yeah, but doesn't... Ooh. Okay. What's the other one? Okay. Fight. Fight. Fight the other horror. Do it. I'll fight the zombie. You know, it's a fair fight. Oh, these heads are strong. Not a good fight. I need to survive the rest of the chapter, so. Well, I can use trappers, actually. Yeah, I just have some trouble with some of my cassettes doing that. But I guess it's maybe because some of those were, like, recorded. Like, there was a lot of... There's so many horrors. There was a lot of, like, nothing on the cassette. Oh, that's unfair. Dude, everything is a horror here. I've never seen that camera. So you see, Pius can actually... This is hard mode. Pius hard mode. Can actually be hard. Look, I'm tired. Have you ever been tired on Pius? A hobby? Yeah. What do you have here? This can get crowded. Of course, it's 3 horrors. I've been tired of Pius. Oh, and I think one of them is big. Oh boy. Don't do it. You can do it. Alright, chat, where are we taking? Which artifact? He's barely gonna make it. Is it gonna be an effigy resemble a warp angel? Oh wait, I think this is not change. Oh no. Or should I survey the area? Jesus, this just got the exact same thingy. What's the probability of that? Or just letter-bound tome sits close amidst the piles of books. Should Edward pick the tome? Should I survey the area? Or I should take the real artifact? I feel like this is the only real artifact right here. Right? Alright. I should do some save states, just in case. You know, if I crash or something. The generator. Let's pull the lever.
I cannot say.
Okay, I feel like
true beginning.
Elia. I'm probably gonna need the necklace. Just doesn't have that much HP. Ooh, that's a kill of start. Wait, I almost feel like everything is a horror. Yeah, we need to kill this in order to progress. That was one hit. Oh no, that was two. Look at that. That would be funny if you crash after you made the save. Yeah, I had things like that in the past happen. Some of my clips have that impeccable timing. You've been tired of Pious. You should actually do some individual level Pious. Just for fun. Just to get even more tired of it. Let's play the piano. Luna, how are you doing? Ah, yes. Okay, we took one of them. Sounds like hell. I mean, you don't have to get a great PB, you can just do one run. I remember you saying you were looking long ago for short runs. Pretty good just killing time on Minecraft while I work and watching a stream too. Yeah, I have the feeling that everything is either a trapper or a horror. And then the fixed enemies might be zombies. Though I saw some Uyat zombies here and there. So maybe I'm just unlucky. What are we doing on Minecraft? Don't do it. Yeah, but a bit longer than that. Runs that are too short can be very frustrating. Ooh, Mantorok. Okay, this makes sense. Create mod? Is that like... creative, you mean? Or no, wait, mod. What is that mod about? Yeah, that's a bunch of recipes to make mechanical device. Interesting. Yeah, fight. Yeah, so we got some Mantorok zombies. So zombies are in the pool. I just been unlucky, I guess, with so many horrors. I mean, that's up to you. Can I still save this guy? I wonder if I can still save this guy. You just don't get poisoned? You just don't get poisoned. There's a trapper. Yeah, okay. This actually does damage, by the way. Like, I definitely want people to run this game, but I also... You didn't look very motivated. And I also don't want someone unmotivated to run this game. Unmotivated towards this game, I mean, you know? Ow. That's bad. Oh, I wonder if I can... Yeah, exactly. That thing, but for the horror. Do it. Do it. Yes. Oh, wait. No, fuck. Oh, I hit the guy. Ah, sorry. That massive damage. I killed the guy. It's all good though. There's always Edward too. Like there is actually a tutorial for Edward. Although you're gonna have to deal with unedited tutorial. Which is the same as for any percent, by the way. If you want to go for Roberto Skip stuff. Just unedited tutorials. But there is actually tutorials for everything right now. Yeah, I'm not allowed to repair my weapon. Was that a mace? Okay, what do we have here? Mantra. Okay, so this might not be. Yeah. Yeah, so again, it seems there's still. Because those are like a different script. So it's probably harder to program those. For now, it's just enemies. We have like a week of Joe working on this, so still on its young state, but I wanted to do a test anyways. I already did one test. This is like the second test to see if anything breaks rather, and just to get a like a taste of it. But yeah, it would be cool to randomize. Like, I feel like the next step, Joe was looking at NPCs, so maybe other enemies as well. And one of my dreams is to randomize weapons, but I don't know how hard that is. I mean, I know it's really hard. I don't know how possible it is. We got an enemy rando? Yes. For now, he only... Question mark? Yeah, sure. I might finish this. How you doing, Ivan? Yeah, for now... Wait, what was that? A circle of power. Yeah, nice. For now, we have text randomizer. And rando of zombies, trappers, and horrors on enemies that are not summoned within the chapter. So it's a little bit limited we're probably gonna see more of it later.
From my research, it is apparent that the endeavors.
But still pretty cool. And it's still, yeah, good start, exactly. That's the thing. Like, I was actually surprised of how fast Joe was with this.
Oh my god, what is it?
So yeah, I just want to showcase, like, probably different versions of it. So we have, like, a documentation of, you know, the evolution of it, maybe. So, was it yesterday? Yesterday I show a little bit of the first iteration, I guess. So the first iteration was only color alignments of zombies. Oh yes, yes. Yeah. Yeah, like I don't expect that to happen anytime soon. I think we should look at the clock hands. We should look at weapons first, maybe. Like things that don't require a lot of logic. And what I told Jove already is that my initial idea for a random for this game is just get rid of a lot of logic and make it more about survival in a chapter. Because that way you have more freedom to randomize items and weapons. Because, for example, I don't know, like if you don't get run down in Kareem, you either have to code, like you either have to restrict to get run down always in Kareem to progress, or you have to code the door in such a way that it works with another weapon, or you just get rid of the weapon. I mean, of the door, which is the easiest one. You just set a flag. That's just setting a flag. Nice. We got different rune zombies. Look at that. It just killed my buddy right there. Nice. You did it for me. This sword sucks. I think they might have randomized stats, because some zombies are lasting too much with my weapons. So maybe they get either randomized stats or they have like fixed more HP or something. Yeah, just like you saw in the cutscene. Just 2 Mantaroks and a Trapper that I can probably explode. Do it. Oh, you're safe. How does it feel to be saved? They're just 2 Mantaroks. Is this a Trapper? Okay, so this... Hang on, this might crash. Oh, I think Joe talked about this. Okay, hang on. This probably crashes, right? I mean, it doesn't crash, but it doesn't give you the thing as well. Unless I kill it, I guess. And then I need to hack the rune. So it's a soft lock. Yeah, I thought it was patched. On the last version. What is that? What is that thing on the corner? Is that the rune? That is the rune. Nice. Well, there's Magomor. I just need to pick it up. Alright, hang on. So These things definitely don't work. But can you pick it up? With probably, but it's gonna be on my inventory if I pick it up using hacking, like using scripts, which I can't really use because I don't think there shouldn't be the same addresses. There's no way it's the same addresses. Booty, are you kidding me? There's literally no way. What the fuck? How does that work? I thought when you mod something, you change the addresses. No? Whoa. I guess I can use my... Okay. Well, that's incredible. Alright. I'm gonna give myself a spell. I mean, a rune. Menu. Turn circle. Runes. Which one is Margamor? This one, so it's one, should be that one. There you go. The addresses are going to be shift due to modding. Should be, I think, maybe, possibly, but they're the same. I'm so fucking confused. I thought everything would be shifted too. How you doing, Toast? You probably changed the base address, but not the relative addresses. I mean, I don't know. It seems that DME is such an incredible tool. Let's say we got Magamore. Good thing I'm the one testing this shit. So many trappers. Yeah, the other cool thing about getting rid of logic, or most of it, is that you can randomize runes. And then it's like a game of, you know, again, a game of surviving and a game of see what spells you have in which points. And maybe you just skip logic for like Alex Mansion or something like that. Ah, yes. Ah, yeah. Like the old days. Okay, this means I fucking need to... I cannot skip earn. Do I have a way to skip earn? External frame buffer, I guess? Okay, chat, what do we do? Do I watch a cutscene or do I do it legit? Let's watch a cutscene. Go back and get the third piece and enchant 2 times and fill those with water. Probably gonna take the same time.
There is likely to be an ancient just beyond our senses.
It's a good thing of playing on US.
Waiting. They prey on our misfortune and exploit it toward their own twisted ends. When hundreds of oil fields are set ablaze on the heels of war, the ancient's grip tightens, knowing that lives will be forfeit and resources.
Is the favorite cutscene of, you know, the fans of Low Spell No CS.
Like Michael Edwards,
they love this shit.
Industrial firefighter hired to put an end to the insanity at the
No, this
end
is
of
not
war.
CS. This is external frame buffer.
The insanity was just beginning.
Much more tame. much more tame. Okay, those one got randomized. So I'm starting to think that everything is randomized actually. I just get lucky on some stuff.
For your efforts, I promise a quick and merciful death.
I can't die, friend. I'm sorry to tell you. Now I can get trapped. That is a thing. You know, speedrunning this is gonna be fun. Like, I can see, you know, like, I know not a lot of people want to do races of the actual game. For whatever reason, like difference of level or whatever. But I feel like, same seed, rando races can probably be fun. Retired. Oh, you're still not active? Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's really good. Because I'm playing on Celota. Booty, please, you gotta die. Ah, Booty. I know I can't die. I just want to do it fast, though. There you go. Well, at this point, it's probably faster to die. So I can run a little bit faster. I don't remember if you can die at this point, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I know you can die in the last fight, but can you die, like, anytime in the... chapter? Well, this is gonna be hard. With this health. Okay. Actually, you know what? Let's just use it. Don't change. Can run a little bit faster. Stubborn Dimension barely has any enemies. This is the introduction one. Like the tutorial Stubborn Dimension. There is Magmor. Yeah, so yeah, my guess is that a lot of the enemies that are summoned later by different script, which is usually Mantorks, like there is actually a flag to summon those. Every extra summon enemy has a flag. So maybe it's things that are not loaded from the start of the chapter, I would assume. Yeah, so this is still a horror. It would be so funny if it wasn't. Like you hear the fucking steps coming for you, and then it's just a trapper or something. An effigy. Good stuff. Yeah, so let's see. There's probably not a whole lot of difference in Max then. But I feel like Lindsay, it's probably gonna be hell. Like random hell. Because Max, I think most things load after. And it's a lot of NPCs, to be fair. I don't think those are changed. But on Lindsay, probably most things are from the beginning. And Kareem, some things will be random.
Modern psychology.
I think maybe most things. We'll see. The first stage should be the first room. Is that a crutch? Oh no. That might be a crutch. Well, folks, it was a good it was a good run. Let's see if I can show the. There you go. To see if I'm actually. Okay, so this is here. Yeah, that looks like a crutch. Because he's not moving. Okay, what could it be? Let's think. Maybe the fixed zombie that has an a rune on the Ramdao fight, something like that. I'm thinking. Big enemies into Korean first room. Could be that too. Like too many big enemies. There isn't that many enemies though. Like I guess if everything is a horror, maybe. Lost the whole thing at once. Yeah. I mean, more or less. Yeah, I should have done the thing before. Let's finish this again. And maybe inspect other chapters. And because I don't think it's not getting the rune legit. That shouldn't really change anything. Sure thing. That's from 2022, so it's a hack account. And there's the rune, yeah. Aha, shotgun, yes. Thank you, double shotgun. Or wait, was it the double or just... I think it was just the shotgun. I don't think I messed with any flags too. No, because it was a crash. If you mess with Kareem's flag, it's not a crash, it's a soft lock. Fine to see enemy spawns there though, yeah. Yeah, I think the way it's done right now by Job, everything spawns instantly. And they even start walking immediately.
Dreams.
Okay, so we see
Modern
this.
psychology offers only unproven theories.
And then the crash is here. Okay, it loaded there. And it's a crash. I got loaded though. It loaded Kareem. Like everything's fine there. But it didn't load any room maybe? Okay. Let's try another chapter. Let's skip to Max. Where am I going? Get the key. I mean the Tome of Eternal Darkness. There's already a log or anything like that of the stuff randomized? I don't think so. I mean, Joe might have something, but I don't have access to that. Okay, so let's get... Celota? That is not Celota. I think I got Mantrok. Okay, so we got Mantrok. I need Sanak. Santag. It's probably this one. Oh, it's Deer. How about that? Netflix. Fucking hell, dude. Okay, Santa Pargan. Almost there. Almost there. Which one is Narakat? Nice. That's Deer. The one after that. This one. There you go. Okay. We went to Kareem. We beat the chapter. And we're gonna go to Max.
I will not argue that I was shocked by the sudden mention.
I was shocked too. Okay, Max is fine. I'm gonna add proper seating so I can replicate that sort of stuff. Also started to work on the runes a bit. It's all done by scripts. I'm not sure. White Robbers breaks. You're just gonna prevent enemies with script from becoming turret. Yeah. Yeah, it's better. Okay. So the horror should be a horror. Again, probably there's not a whole lot of things that change here. I'm guessing maybe the enemies on the oops. It's my brain on Oyath. Enemies on the basement probably. I'm also gonna switch to desktop Discord. Mostly script spawns because it doesn't kick off until you pick up the tome. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. So then Lindsay might be trouble. Yeah, so probably the rune enemies are just fine on this. I don't remember the strat, but let's do it like this. I think it's just 3 bullets instead of 2. Yeah. Well. Yeah, so everything is script based here after the beginning. So it's probably not randomized. Also, bone thieves and gatekeepers and such are still not randomized because they're tricky. Joe was saying that apparently they're always loaded. So to make changes on them would imply getting extra memory, which I honestly don't care. Like I know people like having the console compatibility. My speech is very wrong today, but I don't really care. Yeah, like I haven't seen anyone, you know, play this game casually on console without having the game. Is it tutorial, I think? Like, if they play on console, it's usually because they have the game. And otherwise they play on Dolphin. I haven't seen any streamers go like, I'm gonna put the game on an SD and play it on my Wii. Yeah, okay, so these things are from the beginning. Yeah, kick it. Best finishing move in the game. Bam. Kick ass. Oh, this is randomized too. Okay, so this is something interesting to test. That we get a horror instead of a mantra. Whatever, dude. I'll take the L. He's a pretty big one too. So I think these scripts are fine. Yeah. Yep. That works wonders. Did that got displaced a little bit? Like a tiny bit after starting the field? Don't remember if this works with this Guardian. It does. No teleporting horrors, yeah. Yeah, that would be... That would probably be hard. I think what maybe it's possible is to randomize spells of Guardians. Probably also hard, but... I mean, randomize spells is probably super hard, actually. But maybe randomize summons. Like, make them summon not only zombies, but also, like, horrors and trappers, maybe. Yeah, make them randomize spells would be something else. Especially some spells probably break stuff. Like enchant item. Or reveal invisible. Yeah, probably not a great idea. But maybe then casting these spells could be interesting, you know? You could mess players with that a little bit. Okay, so this could crash.
The ancients' influence was incredible. From
So there's the loading. And yeah, it crashed. Yeah, so there's something up with things that load too many things at the beginning. Now, I hear the torches. So maybe it was loaded for like 1 frame or something. Again, character is loaded actually. These are Lindsay's stats. That's something very common of this game with crashes, like the sounds don't completely go crazy when you crash. Here. So let's get Mantarok and like everything else except Pargon. There you go. Churgi. Where's that? Catacombs? Of course. Alright, I feel like Paul is the last one that can crash, you know, because of Pargon. Let's see.
In Europe, during the time of the Inquisition,
Yep. Okay. So, let's see a chapter that doesn't have anything.
You are not free to leave this plane.
Oh, I know that. Edward's also a crutch. Okay. What could that be? The vampire being randomized and breaking stuff? Or too many changes on Enga, something like that. Okay, so oh, Ed, let's go down the wall. Pause. Is Bumper loaded from the start? I actually don't know. Maybe not. Actually, probably not. And it makes me think Enga stuff might also not be loaded from start, so that's kind of weird. That's the most unexplainable crutch so far, I think.
Much has been written about the exploits of conquerors.
Yeah, Roberto too. Let's check Peter. Don't worry about that sound. It's all good. Penny. Let's take the blowgun.
The war to end
So
all
I don't think I'm
wars
changing
redefined
something
how
I'm not
mankind-
supposed to here on the memory. Because the flags are the same. I mean, they're working, you know? So I would just see the rest of the game being broken instead. Let's play the organ. And then basement, stethoscope. Unlock angle ladder. And let's get essences. Okay, let's don't go down just yet.
Wherever disaster and death lurk, there is like
Daddy Scratch. Okay, so everything crashes after from Kareem. No, Max was fine. Okay, so from Lindsay, everything crashes. Now, what about Alex End? Because that's level 13 or 12. I don't remember. I think Pious Fight is level 13. It seems fine. Like, no idea if any of this is random. Use this. A trapper seems to be a trapper. Actually, max works, so probably not. Oh, sorry. Unlikely, but maybe randomize the servants too, and it breaks something. Yeah, like Lindsay doesn't have any NPCs, like any human NPCs. I think of irony. I want to get 7 spells. I just want to see if the horrors are random. Probably not though, but... Yeah, look at all these fucking shields, by the way. Oh, forgot about that. This is on Z. No, they're just horrors. Low poly horrors. Beautiful. I can barely see them though. But they're low poly. Alright. Oh, shields are over. Because I would run out of shields eventually. No, that's too many. I guess that's too many. Or I think it only works when you actually summon shields. Maybe there's a limit. I want to see that amount of shields though. Actually, I do need to load, so it's fine. I mean, I don't need to, but I want to. Did I tell you about my plan to edit the eye holes bit? Over bind skip? What's the eye holes bit? I don't remember it. There you go. Yes, look at that. Alex has some smell. Holy shit. Need to understand that I have eye holes? Oh, I don't remember, dude. But it's not like Ants in My Eyes Johnson, right? Smelly Asian. Is that from the second interdimensional episode or not? You're gonna have to send me a video of it. And I'm probably gonna remember immediately after that, but... Yeah, there is actually the first bit of the second one. I see. I don't remember a whole lot of the second episode. I actually remember more about the plot of the episode. You know, with the whole Jerry not wanting to have a dick and then wanting to have a dick and then something else. Five seconds? Oh, that's just
Samantha,
ads.
I need to know.
Oh, this one, yeah.
You understand that I have a couple of eye holes. I do understand about your eye holes. Here, look at my eye holes. Oh my god, you have 8 eye.
Yeah. Wait, what do you want to do that on Vine though? One of my favorites from the second one? Like Persona Space is great. You're gonna have to help me with the connection. Yeah, it's normal. Oh, I see. Yeah, you can probably make that work. Okay, Pious is fine. So level 13 seems to work. You can't fight me. Cratch can though. Alright. Yeah, I cannot pause. Which means I cannot win. God help Pious. Now don't dispel my shields! What are you doing? Sucker. Yeah, if I could just, like... Oh, you're doing another one, look at that. If I could pause, I would be able to beat the game anyways. With CS, you know? Okay, first one, I roll Cratch on Kareem. Vice should be alright, there's only really him there. And he's not a trapper horse zombie, so he's not random. Okay. I see. Is that clip supposed to be funny? Yeah, it's funny. It's just random, funny. Okay, so I think that's it for the rando for this version. We'll wait for more updates and stuff. I'm gonna route the other alignments. I'm gonna like watch a couple seasons. I feel like you're missing something. You're not missing anything. It's absolutely random. Like if you don't find it funny, it's fine. Cause it's like the randomest thing ever. Like people say Family Guy is the best shit ever. No, Family Guy is bad. No, I feel like the actual good jokes. Like I prefer other jokes from Rick and Morty, and that one doesn't have anything to do with the show. It's really good when it works. Just needs some seating and logging so the issues can be fixed. Yeah, yeah. Like I have this. Um. I don't know. There you go. To me, the fun of interdimensional cable is how they are obviously winging. Yeah, yeah. It's like most of it or all of it pretty much is just improvisation. Yeah, yeah. I think that's the cool thing about it. Like it's like on Two Brothers. You can actually tell at the end of the bit how they just start laughing. They just can't take it anymore. It's too much. It's just Two Brothers, and they like laugh a little bit at the end, and they just left that part. It's amazing. They're constantly stalling for time. Yeah, it's true. All right, let's open this again. Let me change the title. But wait, there's more. Rerouting 100%. So and cha. All right, no. So you want to help with a commentated version? Want to make one for submissions? Not right now. I'm just talking. Let's see. I know I have some of these stuff on my videos, but would it be better to just do it again? Or look at my Zelda practice and runs. There is some okay, so there is some full runs. That's actually good. I didn't finish a run apparently. Chaturga practice. Yeah, so this probably works fine for me to see. This. Oh wait, maybe I had to work with this. Yeah. Okay. This is the old screen. Come on. I guess there. You know, I'm always down. He's always down. Although I should let you know, GDQ has said it doesn't matter much if you submit a commentary version or normal PVs as a video. Does it though? Because I heard some guys talking that you probably, like, I know they don't watch the video. That is a thing. But like I'm in terms of watching the whole video. But some people say that they might watch like 5 seconds, 10 seconds of a random part of the video. And imagine my video, those 10 seconds is when I say, suck my wing. Or just silence. I think it's more about that. Because I remember this post. I'm never gonna find this though. How do I find this? Is there a way to search here? I don't actually know how to use this. Like I want to filter for GDQ stuff. This. I'm never gonna find this. Well, I probably read it, so it's probably marked as read it. I would assume. I sure. Nobody explodes. Remind me not to marry a speedrunner. Wait, what? I wish they accepted this golf game. What's going on here? It's any media that says I don't know what's going on. What is this shit? Nepal. I always found Nepal flag to be so interesting. Jesus. All right. I know this guy. Yeah, thing is, I don't remember if it was after or before GDQ. I'm seeing my rated ones. I feel like it should be after. Doesn't really make sense that it's before. Oh, maybe it wasn't even like... it could be... I think it was inside a thread. Wah, 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 wah. Maybe here? No. Yeah, it doesn't matter too much, really. I'm just killing time, honestly. But it was just a video of supposedly someone important talking about the submission process and things that could be important. Has a bookmark feature. Next time, just leave a comment on it. Yeah, I should do the bookmark thing. The punchy video. It might have been that. This is where I show. I risk myself putting my Twitch here. Where's the sponge you have like at YouTube? It is not this one. No. It is not this one. It's more recent. I remember this one. Well, maybe I can find it. That's like the first one. Yeah, it's not that easy to find. I think this gets... I mean, it's gonna get claimed, but does it get muted? I don't remember. Whatever. Yeah, that's fine. But they were saying that, like... What time? How's it going? Basically, it's very rare that they watch a full run. But I think it also say that they actually watch runs. Like, 10 seconds. Like a random 10 seconds of a run. Maybe, sometimes. But yeah, I don't know. And also, like, GDQ is not the only thing, that's the other thing. There's ESA too. Although ESA, I think it's not going online anymore. Does anyone know? Did ESA Winter had a part online at the end or not?
Well,
yeah, it doesn't look like from the ESA, so this is probably online. Verified, no cheating. I think anyone's announced there yet if their next events will be online. Wait, what? Oh, are you talking about my recommendations? I guess. Yeah, like ESA wanted to be not online. But I guess they were online anyways. Like at first I thought I didn't get accepted because of that. I don't really care. Yeah, it looks pretty online to me. Because they were like all in with like the passages and the old hotels and all those things. Hurricane microphone. Honestly, I like the online ones more. Yeah, the mic quality can be really rough sometimes. Or does this just doesn't happen yet? Winter 2022. Okay, never mind. It's the other one. It's the other winter. Sorry, I live in the southern hemisphere. This is confusing to me. Which I was part of Idia GDQ crew. I mean, you were part. I mentioned you. I mentioned you, and I told ya if you wanted to comment you could. I think you were part of it, in a way, and spirit. No, but I get it. I know Toast. There's a reason why I shadowed you at the end. Yeah, so this haven't happened yet. When is this shit? I'm so bad with dates. I'm sorry. February 12th. Okay, makes sense. So pre-show. I think this is online. The pre-show. And then from here, I think it's on site. So yeah, not a lot of space on pre-show for online. So it's extra difficult to be here. So maybe, since it's extra difficult to be here, they would go harder on submissions. I don't know. Like most games here are like big games. I don't know what this is though. And then there's a rando. Of course. Some big runs in pre-show alone, yeah. Still brushing for it, nice. Yeah, like the thing about being online too, I feel like maybe a hybrid approach is kind of cool, but also in the main stage, instead of a pre-show, you know, like just having some online runs with like a crowd, something like that, and you just project the thing for the crowd or something, because it's very inclusive for, you know, like we've definitely seen more international names on online GDQs. Because, you know, it's hard to have money. I do not have the money to travel. I could make some of it, and honestly, I could travel, but I'm gonna lose that money. That's the thing. That is negative money for me. So I can technically do it, but I'm not gonna get any out of it. apart from the experience of being there, you know, which is fine. It's cool, but I can't eat experience, you know. I can't eat exposure. So yeah, that's like for me that's the coolest thing about online shows, big shows, because there is online marathons all over the place. But I mean, we're talking about this. This is what we're talking about. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Look at this shit. Look at this fucking shit. That is the day I run on GTQ. And this is like the aftermath. And then we're coming back to... It's still better than usual numbers. But kinda usual, you know? That just only happens with big marathons. You know? Should be running OT. Yeah. Creating a Pandora travel fund. How about Pandora living fund? I live with my parents. I cannot eat on my own. I still need to solve that problem. Okay. So, here's a run on Zelda. Apparently. So yeah, Ellie is different. Oh, she's practicing. Look at that. Oh, that might be even better. So the first difference is this zombie is 5 attacks. There you go. Yeah, makes sense. And then there's the blue zombie, which makes for a interesting strat. Can do invisible Elia. So we don't stop it. There you go. Oh look, you're in the chat. Look, it's all toast. Unless it should be just online permanently, I don't really see why. Who likes convention that much? A lot of people. Like, I don't quite care too much. I'm alright, but a lot of people, like when you hear the most people want the thing to come back because they miss the, you know, the being there and the crowd. There's a lot of runners that miss the crowd, for example, things like that. Or just meeting friends, which I get it. Like if all of your runner friends live there and you can always just go even if you're not a runner and it's fine, that's amazing. I would probably do it, but I don't live there, so I will only travel if I am a runner or if I had a lot of money. Yeah, it would probably be cool. I would love to hang out with you, no. But I also don't know who else I'm gonna hang out with. Like I had some friends that told me, you know, this was before pandemic. Yeah, we gotta eat some pizza, dude. This was before pandemic, where I was really not sure if I wanted a big marathon like in my life, but I kind of got convinced. And some runner friends told me, like, you don't know, but you're probably gonna get there and people will recognize you because you're famous already, and people already appreciate your work, and you just see it's magical, you know. I don't know about that, dude. Like like maybe maybe a couple people will say, you know, like, oh yeah, I like your runs, and that's cool. But I'm still kind of an introvert. So... No, I'm proud too. And I bet there's people that it's gonna be proud, but... I don't know, I'm probably just a pessimist, if I'm being honest. That's why I was so fucking happy with the run I got at GDQ, because it was perfect. So when you're a pessimist and things go perfect, it's extra good. You know, because you expect them to go wrong, so if it goes wrong, that's just how it's supposed to be. But then it goes perfect, it's like, holy shit. I met Samurai Man. I was like, hi. And he said, hi. 10 euros spent. Wait, it was just 10 euros to travel? How much is that? Like 8k? It's like a bus here. Yeah, sounds about right. Local event? I see, yeah. Yeah, like, I remember my first event here, local event. It was a little bit awkward. I got saved because one of my friends was there, because I have some friend runners. And it was the first time, like, I didn't knew anything back then on Chile, you know? I'm not going across the Atlantic Ocean. Be a sweaty room with sweaty people. There's also the annual GDQ flu. Yeah, of course. Yeah, but that's just normal. Like, eventually, the dream, or not the dream, but what's actually, or probably gonna happen is that, you know, COVID's not gonna go away. Like, things like this just don't go away. Because it's just gonna be another flu, eventually. It's gonna become endemic on many places, and we're gonna have a COVID season. SARS-CoV-1, I have no idea. But the thing is, it evolves. It evolves pretty fast, so I feel like we're just gonna have different variations, and eventually, when it becomes endemic, and we start getting more antibodies, and I hate to say it, but it is the epidemiology term. As time goes and people without the antibodies start to die, you know? Because it's just how pandemics work. Then it's gonna become just another flu. I guess it will, since they're not doing much to vaccinate Northwestern countries. The thing is, the vaccination doesn't prevent the virus. I mean, that's just gonna make it slower. But even with vaccination, that's gonna be the result. I'm talking from the Chile perspective, which is a country that is full of vaccine. We have like 90% of the population vaccinated. Like, the entire population. It's crazy. One of the most vaccinated countries in the world. We're gonna have 4th dose. I got my 3rd not too long ago, and I got it late. Otherwise, I would be close to the 4th one. And not give a shit about vaccines. Yeah, of course. The thing is, the vaccine is more about to prevent the thing. You still get the thing, but you get a more mild illness. So you don't die. The vaccine prevents dying. It doesn't prevent the virus, you know? At least not yet. Maybe in the future, but yeah, it mutates, of course. That's why you get a new vaccine every flu season. There's also the flu vaccine, you know? Same thing. And yeah, it prevents being contagious indirectly. That's what I learned the other day, because you get the effects, the symptoms faster. So you can prevent by not going outside, but that depends on the people, of course. dip. Oh boy. Okay, so here. What do we even do, Sota? I think this is one that I scroll. No, I don't scroll. Oh, that's on US. On US, I think you have to scroll on Zelda. BBA, exactly.
I cannot say what the truth is.
Okay. Yeah, so first zombie is really just one extra hit. Not that big of a deal. Gonna need another folder for this. Oh, come on. Now, of course it's harder. Because you don't want to trigger the second attack from the zombie. There you go. So yeah, Celota Ellie is actually harder. You're going for all optimal strats. Yeah, also, if you want to see me suffer, I changed the sub goal because we're just not on hybrid season yet. So if you want to see that happening, that's how you can do it. 200% all alignments. What is the sub goal? 25. Hasn't that sub goal been met though? No. This one. 25 out of 15. Is the other way around? Oh wait. I mean, this makes sense to me. Should I should I grade it the other way around then? Like, do you think people are getting confused because of that? Like, she has so many subs. Why should I give her more subs? Like this? I would think so. Okay, let's do it that way then. That's why nobody subbed. Alright, there you go. I've never seen anyone write it with a bigger number on the left. I'm sorry, it's because I'm lefty. Yeah, it probably was just a brain part or something. Like I always wrote it like that. So I was always okay. So that's the thing. 15 out of 25. Yeah, actually now it makes a lot of sense. Exactly. Yeah, I would like to. That language looks very cool to write. One of the things I would love to learn with infinite time. What's going on for you?
Ah, a star agent.
Yo, thank you. I'm overcome with emotion. Thank you, Watan. Arabic script is beautiful. It is. Learn Finnish, absolutely useful language. Yeah. You can talk to drunks. I can talk to you. Are you implying that you are drunk? Girl. Parkele Jumalauta Satana. There's only 5 Finnish people. They are in Lordy. Choosing language to learn is always weird. Like, oh, I was learning Japanese, but most of the reading I do is Chinese anyway. Oh, you mean because I watch Chinese cooking videos? Oh, I thought you were gonna say because of kanji. Oh, that's Stanky Base. So good. Alright, let's update this. So I do it like this. There you go. Nice. Kinda wondering how to deal with kanji. Still have to get good with katakana. Yeah. Like, yeah, Japanese would be mildly useful for me. Maybe. Like for video games. Gambate. I see. Not so bad once you get used to it. Yeah, probably. Like most things in life. Wait, I think I evade the first attack. Like I run directly here. There you go. Okay, I'm never gonna make it from there. It's just like symbols, really. Yeah, but the thing is, some symbols are very similar. you know? And also, my brain doesn't work that well with some like letter-like symbols. For example, the other day, I mean, I know it's practice too, but I played shogi with a friend, and shogi has this thing where pieces are, they only have the name. You know, something like this. Like, this is like a piece of shogi. It don't care about the symbol. It doesn't make sense. All the pieces look like this. They only have symbols. And I was always thinking, like, wouldn't it be so much easier if they would just have a form instead? You know, like chess pieces? But no, they just have symbols. I have no idea how to play shogi. That must be a nightmare. The thing is, my friend had a very nice setup where they would get, like the piece had the symbol, then the name on Spanish, and also how it moves. You know, something like this. So it was kind of easy to follow. But they're also small, so it was a little bit crowded. It's a very fun game. I like it more than chess, actually. I think it has more depth. Or maybe not more depth, but I mean, mathematically it has more depth, but sorry for the chess enthusiast. I know you don't like when people say stuff like that, but I just find it more entertaining, honestly. None would know. It's a multiple meaning. Learn Arabic because I live in the Middle East. Or learn Japanese to speedrun more Yakuza. Yeah. Yeah, like, there is some, like, for example, there's a lot of speedrun culture in Japanese that sometimes never touches the West. Either because of language or just because they are like more on their communities. Like, there's stories of speedruns that, you know, there's like suddenly a video on Nico Nico or something that got a record that you thought was impossible like years ago. Is fight people in Mahjong parlor? What is that? Actually, Mahjong is not in any Yakuza run parlors. Mathematically, I'm not. I'm on an objectively higher level than you intellectually. No. I was talking about the level of complexity, not my intellectual abilities. Just places where people play Mahjong. What is Mahjong though? I don't know what that is. Is that a game? It's a higher complexity because he has like one more. He has more pieces. One more tile. This is a 9x9, and every time you kill a piece, you get that piece in your hand. You know, you capture a piece from the enemy, you get it on your hand, and you can play it anywhere in the board on your turn. It's crazy. Mahjong is to poker as shogi is to chess. I see. Essentially Japanese poker. But is it Japanese poker or is it... What do you mean when you say Japanese poker? Like an adaptation of poker? Or did poker had like some origin somewhere that derived later into poker and Mahjong? Because that's what happened with chess and shogi. Actually Chinese, not a Japanese game originally. I see. Like the original chess or whatever, the original game from whom chess originated, I think it was from India, something like that. It was very different, and then later the part that went to the west derived on many games, which one later on became chess. Because I think one of the first chess was actually a multiplayer game. You would play 4 players on the corners, going through every direction. And then the part that went to the east ended up being shogi eventually, and all the infinite variations of shogi. Like there's one variation of shogi, like tsuji shogi. I don't remember. I just remember Dai shogi. But there's one variation that has like 400 tiles. And like 200 pieces. I was known Klondike, a solitaire, because of Microsoft. Oh, look at that. Yeah, we have a different solitaire on Chile. Actually, I always was confused about the Microsoft solitaire because it was different from the one we do. Thank you for the follow. Klondike. Oh, there you go. Like, it's similar. The one we have in Chile is similar, but it's slightly different. I always hated it because it was so... Like, I remember when I was young, my grandma played a lot of solitaire. And I hated the game because it was just completely random. You had no fucking control of it. I just wanted to play chess, you know, because full deterministic. But then I also didn't like chess because the pieces just interrupt each other. And I hated that. Because it's like your own enemy. Way later on, I discovered Go. And now I'm happy. I really like Go. Where can I find Chilean solitaire? I don't know. Is it on Google? Oh, there's this thing too. Holy shit. Oh, I forgot about this. This is another solitaire, but this is not card. This is something completely unrelated. Oh, I had this. I love this. This fucking game. You would need to jump. Like, pieces would jump from one side to another. And then you would need to get rid of all of them. Or like, you would be left with one. Or you would see how many you could be left with, you know? This one. I don't even remember the rules. It was funny though. Tech Solitaire? Yeah, I mean, I say Chilean Solitaire, it's definitely not Chilean. I just say that as of... I remember that Solitaire when I was young, you know. Made obsolete by the existence of smartphones. It's just something to do with your hands when you're bored at the office. Yeah, it is true. This is full random. It's just it's basically it's like Candy Crush. Tech Soldier. That doesn't sound great. No. And then you say, I remember that from Professor Layton. Jesus, that's some Rule 34 and stuff. Mad Magician here, you can prove using group theory that a variation of this game is unwinnable. Look at that. Some classes with him. Sounds like a cool guy. Or care. Whatever it is. Tech Soldier. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, is this... Yep. And yeah, you can get different configurations, of course. Yeah, I remember spending a lot of time on that shit when I was young. I'm never gonna reach that. Like, holy shit. Maybe from here. That's why I hate this trick. It's so inconsistent. He also doesn't save that much time on Japanese. There you go. Let's see how I do it on my video. Okay. It appears I'm having pretty much the same trouble. Okay. Everything else should be the same. Then there's Scream. Screams. Yeah, I think Anthony's like pretty much the same. So there, for example, my movement wasn't great, but I have a lot of time to move. I almost feel like maybe it depends on war timer or something. Sometimes I get a lot of time to move. Sometimes I barely get anything. Right. Who's gonna be a hero and give me the number of the last room? Elia. Last room. 25, but not actually last room, because I can't really go back there. Bollinger's tunnel. This might get muted. We'll see. We'll make the experiment. It's actually from a game, but I always had this feeling that songs with lyrics tend to get muted, even if it's from video games. Which kind of sucks, you know, like, because we don't have a whole lot on video games of those. Putty, I can't find it. Temple, Mantrok and Shanghai. Mantrok room, okay, 145. Okay, it's the exact same chapter. There's nothing different. Nothing. Alright. I mean, listen, I'm gonna put it small. But I guess the music's also weird. Let's get to Kareem. Okay. Let's BRB. Let's see. Why are you capturing that? What is capturing that? BLCL? Yeah, BLC, rather. How can I adjust this? Probably need to get rid of the gallery. And then... okay, there. Something like that. Does that work? Yeah, it works to me. Alright, chat, I'll be back. This is not starting soon, this is a BRB. Stick around. Welcome back. That is Begin from Brian. I hope you like it.
Dreams. Modern psychology of
Weirdest stuff I've seen today? Yeah. Am I doing this from the beginning? I guess. Yeah, why not? Let's just do it from there. Okay, so here we go. Chakram. Almost. There you go. Still remember that. And then we got the torch. Yeah, get the torch first. Oh no, really? Okay. That's fine. Oh, booty. Alright, let's see. I imagine they're all the same problems, so the one I have should be fine. Next version, we're able to pass seats around. Nice. It was the Bloody Trappers? I'm not sure of the specific, but it seems some trappers have to stay as trapper or it crashes. Oh yeah, like yeah, I guess there's a lot of trappers in those chapters. Put a version that won't randomize things away from being trappers. Okay. He also won't put things to trappers if they have a rune and it has proper seating. Seat is in the file name. Nice. Okay, just talking with Joe about the rando. So let's see. Yeah, I get this thing. Yeah, get the torch. Okay, 2 body. One head, 2 head. Arm. Oh, I see. Well, it's the same as 3 heads, isn't it? Just faster. It's the other arm. That's not cool. Maybe I should just go for the heads then. That. Oh wait. Yeah, recovery. We out recovery. We don't really assign that. Yeah. I mean, no wait, I could assign it for magic waste. I guess we do. Buenas noches, how you doing? I'm doing alright. Diamond. Yeah, I think I get it. I don't exactly remember if I get it. Is your focus as fuck? A little bit. More than optimizing, just trying to remember stuff. Let's put that there. No, you can't distract me, it's fine. Not like I'm running.
This isn't really happening.
Booty. Wait, was that a insta pickup?
This isn't really happening.
I wouldn't be streaming if I wanted you people to talk. If I didn't want you, you get it. How did I get this fast pickup? There you go. Horrors are so dramatic when they die. Yeah, you just don't see it a whole lot. So it's here. Oh, it's very precise. Holy shit. Gonna grab a tea. Beware of your hands. Okay, so we start with torch. So I should change the torch during the pause. And then we finish stuff. Yeah, I'll trust past Pandora. I don't really want to time this again. I'm just gonna trust you, girl. Oh wait, no, but this is third phase. Let's take a look at chakrams on the pause. They should be 18 on this pause. 16. Why? Could be just a mistake. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Yeah, so first waves, I'm gonna play them the same. And then here we're gonna equip Torch instead. Beam run down. So this is because I cannot recover my health. So I have to get some sanity back. Yeah, and then here's 17. Wait, where's the other one? Confused. Okay, and then I guess this. Or this. I think it's almost sure it's 2 war. This is funny because I think the stream I'm watching is a stream of myself watching another stream of myself in the past. Trying to remember. Yeah, it's full tour war. Somehow you get a new allergy and it's killing you. Sucks. I really don't know how it feels to get allergies. I'm so lucky. Yeah, health super sucks here. So maybe I'm doing a Reiko. I don't remember. Like, I guess it would make sense to make a Reiko. Right on the last zombie. Like every inch your skin itches. 0-10 would not recommend. Jesus. No idea how much an inch is though, but I believe you. Wait, you are Chilean. What are you doing talking on inches? Booty. Come back to the good measurements. Let's see. Yeah, my health definitely looks bigger, so I'm assuming I'm doing a Reiko. Oh, I guess I can do it during the cutscene too. Alright, so I see what's going on. So I probably timed this. It's probably slower to assign. Reiko is like 2 seconds, this saves 0.5. Yeah, makes sense. So we don't assign Reiko. Centimeters would be incorrect too? Why though? Oh, like you mean like... Is your skin is not length? This is squared? Surface, yeah. Yeah, I guess. Well, every square centimeter. How about that? Does that work for you, nerdy boy? What? Am I gonna miss this one? Almost. So then it's toward on this. And I just put myself in position. Because yeah, moving in this cutscene saves 0.5. And then in order to do that I need to assign something. And assigning that is more than 0.5, so makes sense. I didn't want to do that, but sure. And then here 1-2. I don't know if the 1-2 actually works. Yeah, it doesn't. If I finish the zombie last. Yeah, we gotta do it. We gotta do it fast. Maybe I just have to spam. No, that's fine. So no 1-2 on Celota. Alright then. We got Uyouts here. Please. Fuck you. Took so long. Yellow. You have extremely hot tea. Yeah, did you burn your hands? You just went to pick up some tea? You know, bare hands? Still boiling? Jesus. I actually cannot take burning tea. Usually... I don't usually take a lot of tea myself. And the few times I do it... Oh, I guess I forgot one assignment. Or do I just not do it? No, I need an assignment. I usually just make it cool with something. Okay, so we get that one out of the way. Yeah, I can probably do that assignment during the enchant thingy. And then what? I assume Tool War? No, I mean Ramdao. Yeah, that is similar. And then we start going for torches. Like it very warm, but not extremely hot. I usually let it cool down a bit. Yeah, I'm too impatient, so I just usually just put a block of ice on it to make it faster. Or just mix it with some cool water. That's not saving. Kareem. Barrier. Yeah, probably Steel Run now. And then here, I guess Torch. I guess I recover Sanity. Oh wait, I need to kill all these suckers. Forgot forgot about that. Okay, this is some tricky strats. Yeah, I start with this one. Then that, and watch a cutscene. Okay. Those damn zombies. Yeah, okay, so burn this one. Then this one, then this, and then this. Watch another cutscene. Then I think it's this. This and this. From a different spot, yeah. Yeah, that spot's much better. Watch another cutscene. Okay, but how do I have enough HP? Favor and kill themselves. Yeah, if there wasn't an enemy zombie somewhere, they would kind of do that. Yeah, my health doesn't look great here. I don't remember where I do another spell. Maybe I try to do one on a barrier. Yeah, this health doesn't look right. GameCube controller, yes. There you go. You miss your GameCube so bad? What happened to it? Yeah, okay, that's not enough health. Okay, so 3... let's see here. And it's watching a video, by the way. That's also 3. Missed that one. Oh, you missed that one. Try another. Which I could play Metroid Prime a bazillion times over. Yeah. And the Zero. I never played the Zero. I just play Remake. Was the Zero good? Three. Okay. So there's 2 recos. I'm definitely doing a reco somewhere. Like trying to. I guess I'm trying to do it in one of the barriers. One of the cutscenes. Or, yeah, okay. That's the mystery. Solved mystery. It's kind of lame-y. Because there's Rebecca and that's it? Jesus. Is she your waifu? Carrying star, carrying horror. Okay. from here. There's some stuff. She could be. I mean, she is your wife, or it isn't. It's up to you. Yeah, so here I can try to do something. Like that. If I fail that, it's all good. I can try it again on this other room. It will look like this. And this one I can actually finish it. The other one I cannot finish it. Even if I failed it. Because it can be bad news. It has very interesting mechanics involving the two main characters. Solve a puzzle, something you need this character to do this. It's like kind of like a party. You like swap between characters or something like that. Like I remember seeing the portrait, the front of the game that had those two people. Rebecca and, I don't know, the other guy. Is it Chris? Or... I just remember a guy. Okay, so... you. There you go. And then this. Yo, JJ, how's it going? And so then after this I can go toward and this. It's Billy? Wait, seriously? Oh, Billy. Wait. I don't know Billy. I was thinking about Barry. The worst character of Ray 1. Barry! The reason why I hate playing with Jill. But I also I hate playing with Chris. I just hate that game. I don't hate that game, but it's just so annoying to see Jill just saying Barry. And then getting betrayed by the guy. The sandwich. Yeah. I don't really remember the story. I did play a bunch of the game in the past, but I just put the game down as soon as I got... Like, when I got Eternal Darkness, I didn't really play any more Resident Evils ever. But before that, I did play a lot of Re1. Got a lot of, like, endings and such. Okay, what's this for? Huh? It didn't go down? Wait a second. What? Here's 4. I didn't. I'm pretty sure I spent it. No? I guess I didn't. Remake? Yeah, it's probably my favorite one because it's like the only one I played. I play a little bit of 2, but I didn't like it very much. Did it set 4 again? It does say 4. So you actually don't waste one. The fuck? The classic one. Huh? It goes back. That is new for me. Is it a... Wait, is this a... I think it's a magic refiller. But a weird one. Are those some sort of amulet? Yeah, this is an amulet that allows you to cast recovery without wasting magic, but it has a number of like kind of like ammo, a number of uses. You have 5 uses, and it goes down every time you do a spell. Limited uses, yeah, except when it is explosion, so a sanity effect. But what's going on here is it's going down and then it goes up. And that's weird. But I think this is similar to a magic refiller glitch. Let's see if it works here. Yeah, we need to finish. So 4, 3. I did too early. Yeah, that was way too early. So wait a little bit. 4, 3. I need the runes to be still active when we see the cutscene. 3. Oh no, wait! I think this cutscene waits for you. Yeah, it either waits or... No, it just cancels it. One, 2, 3. I mean, when it cancels, it doesn't. When it cancels like that. But if it cancels with the cutscene, it goes up. So 3. So here it cancels with the cutscene. And it goes up. And my magic shows up. Is this perfect now? Nice. Yeah. This is a magic filler, I think. There's only one way to know. Holy shit, you recover magic! I'm getting magic out of thin air. Look at that. Probably not. I mean, it will only be used, like, we already used magic refiller on some spots, but one of this nature would only be useful on chapters that have items that cast stuff, and there's only 2 of those. Like with this I can make Elia recover magic, which is useless. And I guess I can get Karim recover magic too, which is not that crazy. Like, I guess I am already doing that, like accidentally, you know? Here. So, 3. This is gonna be our magic refiller. Yeah, magic's back. 4. Talisman refiller. New glitch. Cool. All right.
There's someone here.
There's someone here. El tipo. Thank you for the host. How was your stream? Yeah, now this could be useful. Maybe on any percent. Yeah, try as fuck. I'm also pretty tired. I think it's my vision. Like, we could use this to recover magic. Like, it's still 1 extra input, but it might save a pause. So it's like 0.2 time loss for a 1 second time save, possibly. Not bad. That's about it. I think Karim already has pretty good magic. Okay. Good enough. Hello, Freya. How's it going? Girl. You space out. What do you say? I'm kind of tired too. Just adding to the conversation. Like maybe I've been streaming too much. But I also like, you know, I kind of want to go out, but things are a little bit green right now with the Omicron and all that. So people are not really doing a whole lot of stuff. Plus, it's summer here, so a lot of people are like outside too, you know, on vacations and such. There's just not a whole lot to do. And then like apart, like if I stop streaming, I'm probably gonna play Iconoclast, but that's also on the screen, you know, so irresponsible once again. I mean, no, actually people being too responsible, which means there's nothing to do outside, you know. I barely did more than 3 hours back then. Yeah, I usually stream a bunch. Torch, not yet. Like 3 hours is usually my minimum, I would say. What? Booty, please. I didn't save that. Here. That's the closest. You're stopping because you're gonna watch the football match, right? Haha, yes. Booty, I don't even know what match you're talking about. I had no idea there was such a thing. Who is playing? There was this time I did 3.5 because I finished the original on one sitting. Nice. No, I'm stopping because of this girl. What are we doing? What are we doing, girl? Don't lie, Chile, Argentina. I have no idea. I can see a Chile shirt in the background. Where? Yeah, she's Freya. She likes to be on stream sometimes. And then she wants to leave. Goodbye. Let's see. This. You get. What do you get? You get a lizard. That's a Komodo dragon right there. That's my trophy from Velocity Gamers. That's a waifu right there. That's another waifu, but that's not really my waifu. Then you get bones. There's vinyls. These are my StarCraft cards. There's some Bleach here. Plenty of bleach. And some books here. That is the complete Lord of the Rings. Massive book. It's Freya down there. My Harke amplifier. And some garbage. Just useful tools and stuff. There's also a chart. There's 2 charts, actually. You like cats a lot? I see. Well, she's trying to get into something. What are you trying to do, girl? Where are we trying to go? Oh, I see. I see what you want to do. And now she's on Wonderland. Never to be seen again. Yes, indeed. So Chile, Argentina, but Chile, Argentina of what? Is that like Latin America stuff, South America, world, universe, Milky Way versus Andromeda? What is it? South America World Qualifier. So wait, so not everyone from South America can go? That sounds like bullshit. What if everyone in South America is good? What happens? I hate these zombies. There you go. That's what I want. Milky Way's Chile versus Andromeda's Argentina. Exactly. Oh, that's why only one can qualify. That explains a lot. Bam. I need to spend magic before, because I only have cells of recovery for this. Go Kareem. It's all good, Kareem. Doing fine. Only 4 from South America can go to the World Cup, and 1 to play against Australia for another spot. Yeah, like Miss Universe, exactly. But that kind of sucks. Like, how about the spots of the other continents? How does that work? I'm so glad I don't like football. That would sound something that would get me salty. But I don't really care, so. Kind of dozing in front of the computer. I'm leaving now. Oh, I see. Yeah. What time is there, anyways? But yeah, go and rest. Some of the people ask me where I'm from. I tell them I'm from planet Earth. I mean, that's one place. I don't know about you. I'm from my house, but you can't like keep going with those, you know. Um, 11. I see. Yeah, go rest. Go rest, buddy. You probably need it. You got your night tea. Ready to rest. Okay, I want to suffer with random online on Spelunky. I think I got enough of this game. Thank you for the have fun.
I will not argue that I was shocked by the sudden mention.
Max start. Good. I am not doing a BRB. We're gonna go immediately into it. As soon as I change my stream title. Spelunking to on the online experience. Yeah, I'm really enjoying Iconoclast. It's a really good game. I actually started again just to catch up with all the things I didn't read on the stream because I'm impatient fucking lady when I stream. So I started again just to read everything and give it the proper time because those lines are pretty good. Just for the sake of completion. Oh wait, I think I need to update. Was it? Or was it just for Xbox? Oh, it was just for Xbox. Okay. Hopefully that doesn't break online with Xbox. Okay, now I'm gonna read that. Sake of completion. The work post. Okay, so SA has 14. Europe has 13. What do you mean? What do you mean? Asia 4? Africa 5? Doesn't Africa have like a lot of countries? North Central America 3? Oceania 1. The host also has a spot. Jesus. Oh, I hate it. What do you mean 13? You're smaller than Brazil. Hola, soy la simia. How about that name? Xbox seems to be fine. Blank? Is that like an important year? And portando. Alright, let's go. See what kind of experience we start with. Yeah, Lobby's finally alive, and I love it. That's a great start. I usually start this match so fucking wrong. Oh, look at that. Could I blank? Oh, that's some interesting shit going on there. Oh, no! I'm sorry. Are you okay? Are you okay? Kind of want to bump here, actually. Altar, but not a lot of bombs. There you go. No! I mean, you did that. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. You did that. Is anyone taking the stuff? Okay, I'm taking the stuff. If you don't take the stuff, do it. Okay. As fast as you. And everyone's dying now. Someone left. Lasinia left. Yeah, like a lot of the stuff, it was mistakes on my side, but it probably looked a little bit rude. It's fine, we can just do a skip. Or if we get enough bombs, we could also just go down. Fuck. Not a whole lot of bombs here. Okay. Fucking hell. Not playing great. They don't know. They don't know. Yep, they don't know. It's all good. Wait, where do we get a bomb there? Oh, we lost the I'm playing. Wonderful. We lost the eggplant. Yeah, just do it. You can do it. It's all good. Feel free to do it. Yeah. It's all yours because I'm playing like shit. Alright. Yeah, yesterday I played with someone named Spencer that also has a Tina main. They were pretty good. We didn't get any good runs though. But it was a good player. That's fine. Don't worry. Okay. Don't die. The online experience, everyone. It's not a way. Can only be like this. Sunset, Beatrix, Kasari, Sukuros, and Festi. Yeah, a lot of Tinas. Big fan of that. Oh, that's right. There you go. I opened Steam to practice Spelunky, and now I'm trapped in the lunar New Year's. Yeah, it's over, dude. Buy Iconoclast. Although I don't know if it's on sale, but it's pretty good. I'm trapped, people. You gotta finish the level. Do it. Finish the level. They keep inventing new sales every 2 weeks. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Can see that being a thing. You monster. See what's going on. Ooh, interesting. And each time is exclusive, getting now before it ends. Yeah, of course. That's how it works. What do you see there? Ooh, nice. Yeah, she has specs. That's why she was able to see that. Because I couldn't see it. Yeah, I think this can be a really good match. If I don't fucked up. Did I throw you? Are you... I don't remember if you're festy. Yeah, you're festy. Can have it. Not that many bombs, but some bombs. Okay. Do we still have the guy? Yeah, we still have the guy. Fuck. I'm sorry. Fuck you. Ah, jeez. Oh, you have it? Oh boy. Oh shit. I wonder if your stuff got grudge. Yep. Not sure what we lost. Was that a Kabbalah? It is on sale? Dude, I could have waited like a couple more days to get it. No, but it's fine. I actually prefer to give more money to Konjac. I think I prefer saving this thing. Yeah, because we can clone Kabbalah later. No, no, don't do it. Oh, we still don't have... Okay, okay. 66, look at that. Holy shit. It's up to you. And she's dead. Oh no, she left. Or no, she just died. Yeah, I'm the one with the ghost, so I think. Holy shit. Am I the one with the ghost? Yeah, I am the one with the ghost. Yo, that was sick. Is there more stuff? I don't know if there's more stuff. I think that's all of it. Okay. Yeah, there's a key, but... Wait, you're not getting jet... Oh, you're getting a cape, so I can get the jetpack. Makes sense. Double cape too. Alright. Ooh. Okay, how about this? Just in case. You got revived yet? No? That's probably a bad idea, friend. We can do eggplant. Or maybe not. If someone can like bomb, we can do eggplant. But like this, there's no way to do it. We need to bomb. I mean, we have time. Let's see. Understand no chat? Yeah. Or wait. But why not an emote system or system? Yeah, no, it's... I actually like it this way. I think it's still... like... there's something to it, you know? To magically communicate with people. Although I don't know if this is gonna work. Yeah, it looks rough. Okay. That might help. Holy shit, dude. Can't believe you did that. That is so scary. Okay. Do we have eggplant? Okay, we have eggplant. Have some lag too. I want this dog. There you go. It is some video indeed. There's something happening here. Should just say the bed, right? Wait. Oh, I see. Wasn't paying attention to that. And I didn't know he was the only one with bombs.